Hello everyone and welcome back to Astroneer and to our wonderful cave base, where I have gone ahead and I've made a few little things. We've got another wind vane up here on our spaceship, I guess, and a second storage on the truck. Now, in this episode, my plan is to go out and start accruing the resources that we need to make another launch and actually go probably to the arid planet or the tundra world. Now, the things that we're going to need for that, we've got energy generation. Frankly, we've got more energy generation than we need. We've got the generator, we've got a wind vane, we've got a solar panel. This doesn't really strictly need to be there. I'm going to put it over there. What I would like to do is have two storages. One mostly full of resin, the other with some compound on it. And then possibly, I'm thinking maybe some copper. The smelter, I'm fairly certain you just use compound to make, but the printer, I believe, uses copper. This, I believe, uses aluminium. We'll take a few little odds and sods, but generally speaking, we're going to need to mine for the initial resources, and that's going to be part of the fun of going to another difficult world. Now, I've got a tiny little bit of compound on me at the moment, which is going to be very, very useful. But we are going to be heading out, hopefully. And there we are. We've got the wind vane on the truck now, so we've got a decent bit of energy generation, no matter the time of day. Ooh, where does this go? Another cave right beneath our base. I think this might be a good place for us to park the truck and then go explore it. Though, that being said, I'll actually park the truck just up here. That'll do. Right, once again, we're going to want to make sure that the truck can't leave us behind, because you know what the truck is like. It just gets it in its mind that it wants to go on an adventure, and suddenly we have no stable point of oxygen and power, which kind of sucks enormously, really. It's the main reason we bring you out here, truck. So I'm just going to cage you. Don't give me that look. I feel guilty. I'm caging my truck, but damn it, I absolutely need you to stay where I put you. Now, there's some oxygen, some power around. We've also got enough to make a little bit. We're going to make some tethers. If we end up feeling there's a lot of stuff down here that we should come back for, then I will... since we're so close, honestly, I don't even think we're going to need a beacon. I was about to say I'll get a beacon, but... let's be realistic here. I doubt we need one. What we'll do, though, is we will have a tether right about there. Okay, so it is time for us to journey into the depth of this area. There we go. Let's just make sure that you're all gone. Perfect. And gather up some spare power as well. We might as well on the way. Now, we're looking for all sorts of things down here. Compound is always something that's useful. Simply because of the capacity to give us extra tethers, really. It's the main thing I think I'm probably caring about compound for at this point, is just the tether. There we are. Though beacons are quite nice as well, and as we've seen, filters can come in pretty handy if you accidentally / on purpose maybe fall down a giant hole that you shouldn't have, and then need to secure some oxygen before you die. Alright, we've got a spiky mushroom up there that I'm not too fond of, so let's dig you out as well. All of these, there we go. We're getting a little bit of extra power for us to walk, move around with. Get rid of you as well. And you in the floor there. Yes, I know, you're all sneaky. So sneaky, just hidden in these places. Just waiting for the careless afoot. To be fair, I kind of admire that. Right, let's pop a little bit more tethers moving down here. It's reasonable little tunnel here, actually. I was a little bit concerned that it wouldn't be too interesting, but no, it seems that there's a bit of a path. Not too fond of these mushrooms, though. They don't half make exploring take a long time when I have to stop and dig them up constantly. Go. Let's get a couple of more tethers down there. There we are. Really? So, oh, ice. Not a great fan. Not a great fan. Almost led to my death. Got something against ice at this point. Let's move a little bit closer before we plant this tether. Wow, seriously? Okay. It seems that we may have found the ancestral home of the spiky fungi. And we are in the process of wiping them out. We may even steal their sacred artifacts, possibly kill the fungi elder. I mean, it'll all just be one massive misunderstanding, and I will feel horrible afterwards. But I'm not gonna deny that there is a distinct possibility that we are, at the moment, just... What is that? That looks like some sort of radar dish thing again. Really? I mean, I'm totally down with that, if it is. There we go. Let's have a quick gander. You're the same thing. I think you are. That is an interesting one. Let's pop that there. It actually looks different. Looks a little bit different to the previous one. Unless... No, we're simply at a higher point. Now, a couple of people mentioned this time that what I need to do is make sure I hollow out any of the dirt inside this thing. Little flashing light. I mean, I could try and tether down to it. I'm not really sure that makes as much sense, though. I'll be honest. I'm not here for this. I'm here for other things. So I'm going to start recovering my tethers and heading back. Okay, I'll see you back at the truck, and we're going to go to a different cave. Okay, here we are. Sans a couple of tethers, unfortunately, because I was certain that as long as you had room for a couple of tethers in whatever stack of tethers was in your backpack, you could use the shift-click method. But apparently no. No, I was making that up, and as a result, we've lost a bunch of tethers. My bad, everyone. My bad. And also, there is a death cloud over in the distance, kind of moving away from us, it seems. But well, we're going in a different direction anyway. Looks like there's a bit of aluminium ore over there, perhaps? Let's go and have a quick gander. Yes, it would appear that this is aluminium. And it would also appear that we are gathering quite a lot of energy. Fantastic. But I'm not too interested in gathering the aluminium just yet. Let's continue on for a little while. Let's go and explore the rest of this world, shall we, while we're here. Another cave. Ooh, okay. I approve. And this time we will park our truck right above there. Ah, more of those scallywags that we need to slay. I'm going to stop feeling bad fairly soon. I'm going to become desensitized to the slaughter. This is a terrible situation to find myself in, frankly. I'm not a big fan of being desensitized to the slaughter, but when needs must. Haha! I almost missed this. I was so distracted by my kind of resignation towards the murder of an entire species of spiky fungi that I missed the compound. But no, here we are. Loads of glorious, glorious compound. This is going to help us out immeasurably. Let's grab all of it. There's no particular reason to be using the power here, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm also going to make one heather straight away. And tonk. There we are. Very good. And we shall continue gathering the compound. Now I'm going to guess that we're going to end up needing to leave a beacon here because there is so much compound to gather. Ah, these are good times. This is a good problem to have, by the way. Too much compound. There we go. Let's just grab all of this. How full is my inventory? It's getting there. It's definitely getting there, actually. Okay, I'm going to pop down 2 more tethers. Where did that go? There we are. Bit glitchy. Pop one there. We will also pop one down about there. Fantastic. Now, I'm actually going to head back out. We're going to drop down 1 beacon to use up another one of the compound. Just because this is such an important site now for us. We've got more compound than we know what to do with. I think dropping a beacon right about here would be good enough. Let's go and find the beacon. There we go. Keeping a couple of compound for a filter is a good idea as well. At the moment, what I think I'll do is... Can I power the truck? Yes, I can. Wonderful. I'll grab that then. And then drop off some coal. And even more filters. Because we're going to go for quite... tethers. We're going to be going for quite a deep exploration this time. And this time you can go there. And I'm going to pop the power up there. And we'll leave it there. And hopefully that'll... slowly use up. I might make some filters and pop them on there as well, just in case. I'm not sure. We'll see. There we go. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to continue to gather, a fair amount of this compound before we move on, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, looks like we have completely hollowed out that area of compound, so now it's on with the exploration. Though I fancy there's definitely some spitting plants possibly below us. Yes, directly below us. Never mind, we can easily kill you. Can I cheekily see your friend? Using my expert wall hacks? No. No, and if I fall down there, you will probably kill me. So, fair enough. Well played. I'll just go ahead, seal this in so that you can't easily affect me with your poison. And then we'll move on. In fact, let me go ahead and smooth this out a little bit. Just about there, maybe? There we go. Smooth that out just a tad so that I can move on without too much issue. Then, when we're over here, I should be able to easily see you and wipe you out. Only I can't reach you, which is kind of a pain. Oh, there we are. Kind of. The poison seems to have lost its potency at this point. Okay, can I... There we go, perfect. Now that poison still can hurt me quite a lot where it's coming in. In fact, I might even be too close as is. No, we seem to be okay. Alright, well we found some interesting stuff over here. We've certainly got some more creatures. I'm not sure if that thing dangling down from the ceiling is a plant or not. Most of the things I would happily say are some form of plant life. But that... It squeals. Yeah. I fancy that's a creature. Fairly certain we're killing some sort of ceiling cat. Oh dear lord. Nope. Bad. Naughty. It's way down there as well. I'm fairly certain we're out of the range. The effective range of this thing at this point though. Did we gather coal? Really? How on earth did that happen? What were we... Oh, that's all coal down there. Oh, fair enough then. Might be worth gathering and taking back. Let's try and take you out if we can. There we go. Perfect. And we can move on. Didn't really intend to gather coal, so I'm not going to make it a big part of this exploration. Damn it. I was hoping I wouldn't be in range of you. But never mind. There we go. It looks like we can do a little bit more exploration. There's going to be poison plants everywhere, though. Massive thing that I dislike about this world. It's not... The problem is that they're no real threat. They just force me to have to spend time dealing with them. And that's the issue. Occasionally, they are a threat, but not in these kinds of numbers, I would say. Their biggest threat is if they manage to catch you off guard while you fall down somewhere. Then, they're genuinely quite dangerous. But if they are just a matter of digging underneath them, yeah, that's not a threat in any way. Let's see. We'll continue on in this direction, though. Now, one person did mention that I may want to rethink my policy of not collecting tethers where I've just been randomly exploring. Because if I leave the tethers around, they are going to slowly build up an accumulative effect on my FPS. Because the game isn't massively optimized. You're not... And I'm going to be perfectly honest, you shouldn't be expecting a game in this early state of development to be optimized for such things. But, at the same time, just because you understand that there's no real reason for them to be focusing on optimizing the way the game runs, it doesn't say that you should willingly do things that you know are going to negatively impact the way that it runs for you. So yes, thank you very much for that. I will keep that in mind, certainly. Right, let's bring this out. Where are we going over here? Looks like a bit of an interesting one. How deep does this place go? That's actually not that deep. All things considered, that's not really that deep. No. Ooh, what be you? You be... Can't quite tell. You might be hydrazine. In which case, I kind of want to get you. Let's go ahead and drop down... Tether around about here. We may end up exploring in this direction. Where does this go? It goes up instead of down. Okay, we're going to head down, though. I want to see if that is, in fact, hydrazine. If it is, I will be gathering a reasonable amount of it. And given the fact that we can hear the wind effects, we are in a large enough cavern for it to generate wind. That's generally what that means that I've come to realize. If you're in a cavern where you can hear a storm that's outside, it's because that cavern is so large. Wow, that's a long way down. The cavern is so large that it generates its own wind, which is, you know, not the best thing in the world. But it does mean you'd have wind power. Really? There's research there, really? Tempted. Kind of. I don't think there's actually any point to me gathering research right now if I intend to leave, but I do need a battery, so lithium would be good. That being said, there's plenty of plants on this world that I could easily get research from. Now, I'm going to build a bit of a steeper, not steeper, sorry, a shallower path leading down here. Ooh, okay, there we go. Now I need to carefully take you out from a distance. And this is what I mean. This particular enemy is utterly declawed by my ability to simply wipe it out from extreme range. There's nothing you can do about it. There's organic, really? Organic down here? That's rather awesome. What else do we have? Nothing much. We've got a little bit of aluminium over there. I can only assume that eventually this is going to be some sort of thermal power plant of sorts, which would allow us to be down here and actually set up some sort of thermal power plant that would just make subterranean bases a little bit easier to set up. Because most forms of power generation, in fact all of the forms except for the generator that are renewable, require access to the outside. The generator, though, once you get down deep enough, you're probably not going to have too hard a time finding coal, as evidenced by all of this coal, which is pretty nice, honestly. What else do we have, though? Got another pest right there. You need to not be there anymore, though. This place looks huge. Really? Ah! Damn it. I wasn't paying enough attention. Splitting plants. Another shiny bolt, but I can't take you with me. Ah, I want to, though. Really do. There we are. Phew. Alright, how are we doing? I could drop off some of the energy, certainly. Actually, I could pop some of the tethers on there, couldn't I? Yeah, that would be useful. This energy can go. There we go. I think we'll be taking that shiny ball with us, and I would love to gather enough of them that I could take a few with me. That would be just glorious, in my humble opinion. Quite glorious. Okay, there's going to be a couple of things that I am carrying with me out of here. One hydrazine pot, at least. There's more hydrazine on the roof. And there's still more in here. Okay, 2 hydrazine pots, at least. I'm going to drop them in this little hole down here for now. I can easily reach them, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Right, let's get some tethers down here as well, actually. Pop one around there. We'll just take some light over in this direction. Get some more hydrazine. That cave does go on a ways. I would really like it if we could find some resin, but I'm thinking we're not going to, if I'm perfectly honest. Okay, well that's straight up to the floor above. There's an advantage to that, since it means I don't have to burrow too much to be certain that I've found everything that is to find. Okay. That's pretty good. Right, where's the hydrazine canister? Oh, actually, did I not lose it? No, I didn't. Okay, that's pretty good. We will go ahead and continue moving the tethers around this area then. I'm going to keep them fairly close to the sides of the walls though, because that just, it's helpful. As long as I keep near the walls, I'm safe. There we are. Does mean that I can't get a good look at the insides of this area, but you know what I could do? Let's just roll. Let's just dig this out and let it roll, and then just watch where it goes. Come on then, down. Cast light into the darkness. Go on. Go forth. Yes. Perfect. I shall follow you. Don't get stuck. Excellent. Keep going. You shall be an exploratory aid. This is grand. What are you going to find? Okay, you came to stop stuff I'd more or less already seen. Okay, you were useless. Look at the hole over there. It would have been perfect. I'm not good at miniature golf either. Oh well. Let's see. How deep does that go? Oh, see, that would have been so cool. Aha! I found you. Glorious, glorious resources. Okay. Let's get a tether over here. Okay, that's a little bit closer then. And you know what? I don't like the shape of this entrance. It looks a little bit claustrophobic. There we go. Let's just make this a little bit wider for us. But we should be able to get ourselves quite a lot of nice resources in here. And thankfully, they don't appear to be stuck to a surface that I can't mine. So yeah, all of the titanium for me, please. There we go. Out of power. What the dickens? Oh. Okay, the wind is probably died down outside. That's a bit of a shame. But that's fine, because I'm drawing off the truck's main generator at this point. The truck's main battery, sorry, not main generator. There we go. Have we really uncovered everything? We have. Oh well. It's a little bit sooner than I was expecting, but fair enough. What I could do... Well, I wouldn't mind going in this direction, I suppose. Let's go ahead and just dig a little bit more. This is quite a fair exploratory episode. I know I've had a lot of those recently, but I actually quite like that in most games I've played. Okay, we don't want to be that close to all of this poison, thanks. Thank you. Can we destroy you? No, okay. Okay, I understand. No destroying you today. How about now? Can I get close enough to break whatever's keeping you? No? You're immune? You are a god spitting plant? Very well. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were immortal. I'm just going to carry these over to the hydrazine deposit that I've got down here, and then I'm going to ferry resources back up to the truck. I won't bore you with all of that walking back and forth. This is going to be a fairly easy trip for me as well, so I shall bring you back if anything untoward happens, but more than likely when we return down here with an inventory freshly emptied. Okay, there we go. I have ferried quite a reasonable amount of resources over here, to be honest. We've only got 2 spots left. So rather than head back down into the mine just to mine something like malachite or indeed laterite, which is what I was considering, I'll just mine it from up here. Oh, actually, no, never mind. They're both here. Wow, that's actually kind of awesome. There we go. Very well, we'll gather as much of this as we can, since we're going to want the aluminium and the copper for our building requirements. I had no idea there was going to be both malachite and laterite over here. That is remarkably useful. Dear Lord. Right, we will pop some of the laterite over there. There we go. And then, well, we may as well gather what we can, what remains down here. There we go. What are we going to fill up on? Is it going to be copper? I think, honestly, we're kind of close on both. Let's try and get the copper, if we can. Don't seem to be able to dissuade it. There we go. No. Or dislodge it, rather. There we go. Right. Well, we're fairly full, and I've also got the little glowing ball right at the front there, which I think is the perfect place. Gives us an extra headlight. Right, so we want to head back to base at this point then, so let's hope that our beacon is going to be useful in returning over here. I should imagine that it will be. No, not really. What? No! What? No! Oh, thank goodness, you weren't anywhere near it. This is probably why I'm no good at miniature golf. I can't judge where something is about to drop in a big hole. Granted, I've not actually played on any miniature golf courses that had Sarlacc pits, and perhaps that's why I've not become good at miniature golf. There just weren't enough consequences to failure. Wait. What's that? That is lithium there. Ooh. A drill would be super useful in gathering that, and I might well come back for it. It's only now that I've got a truck and I can explore reasonably deep into the caves that I realized just how many resources were just around my base the whole time. They were just underneath it. Right, okay, let's get up here. Honestly, with the amount of resources we've got here, we may actually be set to leave this world. We'll have a look at that. Let's climb up. There we go. And as always, no, not onto the roof. You derp. You massive derp. Let's... Come on. There. That, what? Back. There. That'll do. You don't know how to make this awkward for me. You really do. And there we go. So, power will be moving around the base. Where's the glowing ball? Damn you. Actually, that's useful, because this place is a little bit dark. Let's stick you right about there. There we go. Perfect. You can provide light. Excellent. Right, okay, so... I'm not sure that we... in fact, I'm absolutely certain we're not going to be taking the titanium with us. But we can use the titanium to trade for things we will be taking with us. Namely, I would not mind using it to take... Okay, we were full up on hydrazine. In that case... no, we may as well leave the hydrazine there. It'll get used up. That's fine. But I can use the hydrazine to... In fact, let me just drop all of this off my backpack. Sorry, I can use the titanium to trade for resin. I think that would be a good idea. Put that there. Sure, we'll move the titanium now. The laterite can go there for the time being. I'm just going to move that over there. That gives us enough spots for all of the laterite, so go ahead, start breaking that down while I move some of the titanium along. We are going to need resin more than anything else. We've got enough compound, frankly, for what we need. That being said, maybe I should grab at least some compound, just to be extra specially certain. Sure, okay. We'll grab 8 compound and then 8 resin following that. That should be fine. So I'll bring this along, and then we are more or less ready to leave. And I'm actually quite surprised that with only one decent mining trip that we've got enough resources. It would be really nice if, as the game develops, there's a lot more stuff to discover and do in the caverns. Because right now, it is a little bit lacking in content. There's not many more interesting things to find, really. There we go. Thank you. Pop this over there. I may or may not leave the generator here. I don't really have the coal to take, and if I take the generator, I'm not going to have room to store the coal anyway that'll run it. So there's less and less reason to have one with us. So I'll think about it. For now, we're going to leave the generator just hooked up back there. I think that's the best place to put it. I will also take the coal. off that. There we go. You can come over here, my friend. That's probably there. And I'll also load up the malachite as well. And that'll give us everything we need. That one there. If I just put that one there. Perfect. So there we are. All of the everything we wanted. Perfect. That is everything. Everything we could have wanted there. We will get another storage for the large storage on the spaceship. Let's get those set up. I'll move the rest of the compound just around the base. In fact, I'll just quickly grab the rest of the compound from up here. There we go. Let's get up there. There we are. This will make it a little bit easier for us. Now I'm going to want some resin, and we will use 2 titanium to get that. That will be all the resin that we could possibly need for what we're going to be doing. Right, this goes on the shuttle as well. And at this point, we're almost ready to leave. Almost ready. Can I get it over there? There we go. Perfect. But for this, what do I particularly want to bring with us? A battery would be a good idea, I think. Now, I don't have any lithium here with me, but I'm not entirely certain that we need it strictly. We've got 1 battery for the base, and I'm willing to say that that's enough for the time being. I'm definitely willing to say that's enough. What I feel quite strongly about getting here, though, is a solar cell for the base itself. So let's go ahead and grab that. I feel that's an important one. We don't want to leave the base with no means to power itself. It's not going to be a great means. It's got the generator, but a solar cell will help. And in fact, then we'll also go for a wind vane for the base itself. There we go. The wind vane can go over there in place of the winch. And there we are. And that's already spinning quite happily there. Okay, perfect. Right. So, we want to drop off a reasonable amount of compound. We'll also be taking some copper with us as well, and maybe some aluminium. We'll see. We will see. I can always carry a reasonable amount of stuff on my backpack as well, so there is that. We will take all of the resin. Every little bit of resin is coming with us. It is just too valuable. If I can't find it, it's so incredibly annoying to have to try and get that. There we are. Especially early on, especially if I haven't brought much compound with me, which is kind of what I did this time. Lesson learned, I feel. Let's try to go around here. Of course, the truck will be staying. Can't bring the truck, as much as I wish we could. Physics was my enemy in this endeavour, I feel. Right, we are going to want a reasonable amount of copper, a reasonable amount of aluminium. I'm going to take them in equal amounts where I can. We only need a little bit of compound, especially because we don't need to build a weather vane, we don't need to build a solar panel. We've got a fair amount of storage as is. In fact, if we do bring along enough aluminium, we might even be able to set ourselves up with a truck in the next world straight away. I'm uncertain if I really want that, because it might diminish the effort involved in setting up the early base, but at the same time, it's super useful. There's no lying. You can't get away from it. It's incredibly handy to have that. I am going to make some tethers straight away, though. We are definitely going to want at least 1 tether. Sorry, at least a second tether there. I will bring that one down, and I will take the solar cell with us. Again, we're going to a new world. It'll be handy. We've got 1 aluminium. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more if we have it. Do we have enough aluminium left? That'll bring us up to 2 aluminium. Sure, I'm going to leave behind that and we're going to take another 2 copper with us. Okay, so there we go. In this episode, we have managed to completely kit ourselves out, and probably in a better way than we did last time, for future explorations. I am going to leave the episode here, though. In the next one, we're going to launch for a new world. And as with before, I'm going to invite the comment section to decide where we're going to go. So let me know where you'd like to see next. We've got a choice of the arid world or the tundra world. So basically, hot or cold. But that is going to be it from me for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and will be joining me for the next. As ever, remember to like if you liked, sub if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.